right, here we are.
Hi.
Hello, welcome everyone to Holy City Happy Hour with Charleston Culinary Tours. My name is Charley.
My name is Palmer.
And what are we talking about tonight, Palmer?
Food. We're talking about openings, some schedule changes, some nice social media things going on, changes to PGA tournaments happening.
Yes.
There's a lot, as usual.
There's a lot. We're probably going to do some rapid fire stuff because there's a lot.
Oh,
but we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. All right, looks like this is the top story that I thought of you right away.
For this guy, for Shiki, yeah, I'm excited to go.
Yeah, so Shiki has reopened. For those unfamiliar, lovely little sushi spot in a downtown strip mall, essentially, just off East Bay Street. Palmer actually had one of her birthday celebrations there, and that was when I first fell in love with sushi. I give them credit for doing that. So they were closed as a result of the pandemic, and they have just recently reopened. So they are up and operational, and I highly recommend checking them out, especially if you want to try jellyfish.
Oh, very nice.
On their menu, but they did have it on their menu, and I haven't seen it anywhere else before. So
I think I think that they definitely are, let's see, good at getting some stuff in that you don't find at other more sort of Americanized sushi places. Very authentic. And they did a complete revamp of the interior. It looks beautiful. They're great. They're very beloved by people downtown. I think they've gotten a lot of neighborhood support through the pandemic, and I think they've only just recently, decided to use the time to remodel the dining room, and then once it was done, stayed closed for a while, and I think have only just reopened. So get in there, get some nice fresh sushi downtown. It's one of the oldest like sushi places, like been around the longest downtown.
Even before we had sushi going on in Charleston, it was it was there. It was one of the few places that you could actually get sushi in the city. Now, of course, you can find it all over the place. The trend has definitely hit the city hard, but Shiki was there before all of it. And then we've got not a reopening, but an extended hours, which is rare news in Charleston right now. Very popular neighborhood market called Veggie Bin. Wonderful spot. They specialize in sourcing local product, local produce in particular. So that's where Charlestonians go to get their farm fresh goods. But they are now officially reopened on Sundays. They had closed down during the pandemic, just limiting their hours. So they are open every day of the week now. So check them out Sunday through Saturday.
This is where I do my shopping downtown. Charley, you learned something that really surprises me and bums me out. People are having a hard time, or restaurants are maybe having a hard time getting people to show up to their reservations. People are not making it to reservations that they are making.
Yeah, so this is a trend that you are potentially going to start seeing more of in the Charleston area, is having to put a credit card down when you make a reservation online, because several restaurants have reported that people are making reservations and not showing up for them. And we're not talking like, oh, a couple a night. No, Butcher and Bee reported that almost half of their Mother's Day reservations did not show up. So they had 49 show up and 46 were no shows or canceling a couple hours in advance. They attribute it to a new and special kind of visitor to the city that is trying to not get locked into a particular schedule. And so they're just making a bunch of reservations all over the place, and then either canceling last minute when they decide to do something else, or just not showing up at all. And this really messes up service, especially right now with such limited staffing, limited tables. And so they are implementing credit cards to the reservation, and Jackrabbit Philly has also done the same. You have to put a credit card down. And if you do not show up, or you do not give them 24 hours notice, you are charged a fee. So
show up.
Show up, man. Show up.
Or just cancel.
If you're not going to be going tomorrow, just cancel. You know if you're not going to show up tomorrow, Show up to your reservations.
Show up to reservations.
So 2 weekends ago, there was a kerfuffle on Upper King Street involving roughly 100 people.
Good Lord.
And stabbings and shootings and just general brawl behavior. So,
This reminds me of like Shakespearean, like it's summertime and everyone's like the plague, you know, like we had to deal with the plague and now it's summer and it's hot. There's that line in Romeo and Juliet. And they're like, everybody's pissed off because it's hot.
It's just real hot. Yeah. So as a result of this incident and the increasing disorderliness of Upper King Street on weekends, Charleston has enacted some new ordinances for Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturday nights. If you are going to Upper King Street on the weekends now, they are closing down one side of King Street. So it will be exclusively one-way traffic between Spring and Mary Streets. So they keep one lane open for emergency vehicles. They're also getting rid of parking from 6 p.m. So the one-way traffic is going to start at 9 p.m. Thursday through Saturday night. There will be no parking from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. And you will very much see an increased police presence in that area.
Bananas. Bananas. Well, you know, that's lame.
Yes, just another thing. Show up to your reservation and don't stab people.
Don't stab people. Don't get in a fight on King Street, especially. Yes. Well, if you are wanting to drink wine.
Perfect segue.
You know, this is a little bit off of King Street. It's kind of on King Street, but it's farther up. But maybe this is if you want to drink wine at home and not out on King Street. Graft Wine Bar, which we love, Graft Wine Bar Wine Shop, has started their own wine club. It's called Extra Sauce. But if you're interested, we've got a couple different. Monarch does a wine club too, but this is brand new. Graft just started theirs. So look into it if you're, you know, like my household a little bit and you like wine and you kind of like know what flavors you like, but you don't know, you know, exactly what you like. I find wine clubs like this are really good for just trying new things, getting some new flavors in the house. So you're not just kind of wandering in blind, although the people at Graft are very, very knowledgeable and great at helping you find something. So if you just want to go in there and, you know, ask for their assistance, do. This looks cool, and a cool J Stark tote. Who doesn't want that? And it looks like they're getting low on spots. If you're interested in joining the Extra Sauce Wine Club from Graft, get on it.
Let's see. We've got another farmers market open weekly. It's the North Charleston Farmers Market. It takes place at the Felix C. Davis Community Center. Operates from 3 to 7 on Thursdays, and it will be operating until the end of October 28th. So another place to get your fresh veggies on Thursdays.
Always fun. We love a good farmers market. Always a joy. Well, another thing that's going on is the PGA tournament is nearby. It's at Kiowa. And Low Tide Brewing has a beer, a special Kiowa Ocean Course beer. I know I didn't know until today they had one. So it's on tap at Low Tide, this beer. If you want it, as people in the comments who were like, where do I get this can? It's sold in their tap room on Mimic Highway in the Kiowa Resort Town Center Market. Wow. So limited release, but it's cool. It's a great looking can.
Yeah.
And if you are attending the PGA tournament, it would be nice to take along with you. Yeah. And if you just want to try it, which I do, you just go pop into Low Tide and you can get a pint of her. Check her out. Anyway, festival in town, special beer for the festival. Pretty neat.
Very cool. Very cool. I imagine it's very sessionable.
I imagine it must be. Let me see if it says the ABV on there. 5%. Yeah, pretty sessionable.
Yeah. All right. We talked about this not last week because I wasn't here, but 2 weeks ago. The controversy or the drama with Spanglish, Cocina and Bar. I called it Cocina in the Kitchen last time, and even as I said it, I was like, that seems redundant. But then realized when I was editing, I was like, oh, it's Cocina and Bar. Anyway. Anyway, it's not going to be a place soon. So Spanglish, they got new ownership recently. They had announced that they were going to be slowly transferring, rebranding to something completely new or semi-new. So they have announced that they are going to become Patois. It's going to be a Pan-Caribbean style restaurant themed menu. Currently, the lunch menu is available, and they have a chef's dinner menu for $35, and it's your choice of app, entree, and a side. And if you head on in now, while they are in this transitionary period, you will get a complimentary cookie from Wildflower Pastry, which is going to be doing a lot of their baked goods for the restaurant. Wildflower Pastry is another wonderful bakery around the Charleston area. We love them too. It is BYOB, which I always think is cool. So I'm assuming they're waiting on a liquor license. I could be wrong, but it is BYOB at this time, and then they are open Tuesday through Saturday. So check out Patois in West Ashley, formerly known as Spanglish.
This is great. I think Caribbean does real well here. I miss cane. We didn't do enough cane. Fuel, I think Fuel does well. So I'm excited to have another Caribbean spot around. Coming up next, Mom Sob has a nice special dealio going on. As you know, as we've discussed, they're going to be opening in the former Justine space a little bit later this summer. And they've kind of started getting in here and decorating and doing work. So they put this up that if anybody's inspired by a boss lady in your life, head down to the new location. It's 251 Meeting Street, and write the name or names of the women who empower
and or inspire you on the new window display. Very cool. You got to take a selfie. You got to upload it to Instagram. Give Mom Sob a tag along with the hashtag my boss lady, and you can win some stuff
on it. I don't know if there's a time limit on this. I don't know if there's an end date for this, but it looks fun, and their merch looks cool. Their stuff looks cool, and this is, I think, a fun way to get people kind of excited for the opening. Although, again, this Rose Lassie is all I need to get excited for the opening.
Have you gone yet?
No, I haven't gone, and now I'm very torn between going at workshop and just waiting and going.
We got to do a workshop date, so we might as well get it when we go on our
That's right. You need to go to workshop.
Maybe we'll do that for a happy hour, like in the next week. Next week. We'd have to do it next week.
Maybe next week we'll do it. Maybe next week.
Got a special deal going on. The Alley, one of our favorite hangout spots downtown, they are offering half price bowling Thursdays and Fridays from 11 to 4. So if you have an extended lunch and you just want to get knock a couple pins down, check out the Alley. Half price bowling during their lunch hours, Thursday and Friday.
Good way to get some stress out in the day.
Indeed. Eat some wings and throw some heavy objects around.
Throw it. It'll help you out. And then you've got some up here with garlic crabs, I see.
Yeah, so Chef Rack's Garlic Crabs, they are a very popular food truck around town. They have just announced that they have a new location on Rivers Avenue, headed up by Chef Jamal Flowers, aka Chef Mally Racks. They are open Tuesdays and Saturdays. It is takeout and delivery only. And their food truck is sticking around, and they will be at the Food Truck Festival. And let's talk about that. So that's what's happening. So let's talk about what's going to happen.
Let's go. Let's do this. That's a segue and a half.
Food Truck Festival is coming back. This is the biggest food truck event in the Charleston area, I would say. I don't know if any of that would be bigger than this. It is going to be taking place this weekend, Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 8 in North Charleston Riverfront Park. There will be 40 to 45 food trucks there. There will be tip checks upon entry. It is free admission, free parking, and then it's $1 to get a boozy wristband, and that just allows you to actually purchase the booze. So there's going to be some, I think, specialty cocktails, Bloody Marys, some beer, and then 40 plus beer food trucks. So that is the place you want to be this weekend for sure.
That sounds amazing. Ah, locals. Locals is expanding? Oh, it's a different thing?
They are. So Locals Sushi and Sports Pub is a pretty well-known entity, Mount Pleasant and West Ashley locations. And they are opening a third location that is going to be slightly different. Than their other two locations. So it's going to be called Locals Raw Seafood and Raw Bar. It'll be in Mount Pleasant. There will be no sushi at this location. So
Sushi, and that's good to note because locals, their sushi is something they're like most known for.
yeah. So they're like, this is something different. This is going to be raw bar, but not sushi raw.
Yeah.
So seafood and raw bar. And then it is an anticipated July opening. So keep an eye out. We'll probably talk about them again when they're officially open. But yeah, new local spot that'll be a little bit different.
I love it. They do a brisk trade.
They do.
Next up, we got a new bar, cocktail bar, and swim club. I love the name of this place because it's like me. Like me. Little Palm, very new, only 7 posts. They're not open yet. It's going to be coming to the Ryder Hotel. I've got so many new hotels coming in, but already the aesthetics look nice. I think this is going to be cute. I bet this is going to be reminiscent of Citrus Club on top of the Dewberry. The Dewberry. So the Ryder Hotel is open, I believe.
Yes, I think they've officially opened.
They've officially opened. Little Palm, I don't think has. So get in here real soon. This is, I think, this is an interior shot. Looks gorgeous.
Yep.
Love a pink and a mint. So nice. But keep your eyes open if you love hotel bars, if you just like a nice cocktail bar. I think a lot of people have really successfully done this sort of tropical vibe, in an upscale manner downtown. So it's kind of nice to see more of it. I think it works really well with Charleston vibes.
Definitely. But yeah, I'm curious about that swim club because, I mean, can you pay to be part of a swim club?
Yeah, can I just give you 20 minutes to just come swim in your pool?
Yeah,
please.
Then another opening or announced opening, the Fish and Chippy Mount Pleasant restaurant announcement, quote, authentic British fish and chips and gourmet fare. They're expected to open in late July. Seems like it's going to be a tiny space, 17 seats and a couple of chairs outside. So yeah, they're looking to do that authentic British pub thing. They mentioned that the only place that's really similar to what they're doing is the Codfather. Which is very, very popular. So Fish and Chippy is doing the food right. I'm sure they'll be just as popular as well.
Sure they will. People love their fish and chips here. It was when Ben and I first started seeing each other that he likes, I think maybe it's a Wisconsin thing, but he likes a Friday fish fry. He was always really
very Midwest thing.
Very what?
Midwest thing, big and
Very Midwest thing, yeah. He was always dismayed that not many people did them, but good to see more. Your Charleston River Dogs are open. We gotta go, Charlie. We gotta find a time.
We gotta go. It can't be May because we gotta do the warehouse.
We gotta do the warehouse, but we're gonna find a time. But they've started something new. This is Wicked Weed Wednesdays, or I guess just Wicked Wednesdays. So they're going to be offering Wicked Weed brewing beers, $5 daylight liked draft specials. So if you already liked Thirsty Thursdays, you're going to love. Well, you might like because it's not dollar beers; it's $5 beers.
Join us at the Joe every Wicked Wednesday for $5 daylight draft specials. Cheers.
Well,
pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward.
Pretty much exactly what I said. So pretty cool. If you're a fan of Wicked Weed Brewing, of their beers, this is a nice little Wednesday perk for you at the
Very nice. And won't be as much of a madhouse as Thirsty Thursday is. And fun fact, you can get dollar beer any day of the week that River Dogs is open. Just a little local tidbit there. But anyway, but sure.
What are those faces? What are you doing?
Just giving a little insider info that Thirsty Thursdays is maybe overblown, I think.
Yeah, well, the beers are small.
Yes, but I mean, you can also get them anytime. You just have to go to the
Oh,
right
that's
place.
true.
I'm not going to tell you what the right place is because that's the fun little local secret. But just so you know, dollar beer exists
All the
every
time.
day. So we talked before. Post and Courier started a food book club a couple months ago. So the new one, the meeting is going to be on June 8th. This is going to be for a book called Black Smoke: African Americans in the United States of Barbecue by Adrian Miller. Again, it's going to be Tuesday, June 8th at 5 o'clock. It is free to
Very cool.
talk to the author and find out a book. Always fun. It is available in the Charleston County Public Library catalog. You can also purchase it by yourself for your own collection at Blue Bicycle Books. They also recommended as a nice pairing to go along with the food book club discussion, Slaughterhouse Barbecue and Brew, and specifically recommending their Super Sam pulled pork sandwich to accompany the discussion. So
Is that a slaughterhouse? Is that a local?
yeah, so it's in Somerville.
Okay.
But yes, Slaughterhouse is a local barbecue joint.
Very cool. Good to know. I love that. I missed the last one. I kind of want to join this one. And Blue Bicycle Books.
Mhm.
Been around forever. My next thing is from our friends at Dashi. And this is just like, I feel like everyone has gotten so creative in, the past year in terms of thinking up new events to do to bring people in. So Dashi is hosting a custom charcuterie board crafting class with Sullivan Board Company, a local charcuterie board company. This Saturday, there's a lot going on this Saturday, from 4 to 6, become an expert on cheese and fruit carving, meat folds.
Perk up, Palmer.
Sorry. You get a t-shirt that says meat fold expert, and that would be funny. Grocery shopping and more. You'll leave with an 8x8 box filled to the brim with goodies. For tickets, head to the link in Sullivan Board Company's bio. I think this is cool. I feel like a lot of us, I'm reminded with Thanksgiving that I tried to make a centerpiece for our table. And I went out in the yard and got some sticks and what I thought was some artful foliage and put it in the middle of our dining table and thought it looked good and called Mom and Young in there, and they looked at the table, looked at me, and I could just look at their faces. They're like, "This is a pile of sticks that you put on this table." So I feel like this is something that people do with charcuterie boards, where we think we're good, we think we're being really, really artful with where we style our meats and our nuts and our cheeses and our fruits, and maybe it doesn't look great, maybe you need some help. So I think this is very creative and cool. So check it out. I feel like we're going to be, if you're going to plan on doing a lot of entertaining coming to the next couple months and seeing friends that you haven't seen, seeing family, it might be a good thing to learn how to craft an attractive charcuterie board.
It takes a special person to arrange nuts and meat folds well. So
meat fold expert. Oh my God. I'm going to text him and be like, you need to make this a shirt. Anyway, you're going to talk about White Duck. Does White Duck's from Asheville, right?
I believe so, yes.
Cool.
But I'm really excited. They are a White Duck Taco Shop. It is originally out of Asheville. They used to be right down the road from me and on James Island, and absolutely adore them. Not there anymore. It's been closed for a couple of years. Apparently there was some issue with the actual lease. Anyway, so they have bought or leased former Sticky Fingers in Mount Pleasant. They've leased it and will potentially be buying it. And they're expecting, I think, an August opening. And they're gonna open up the interior space, kind of knock down some walls, hopefully having some outdoor seating as well. So I am really stoked. I will cross 2 rivers to go and get this Baja shrimp taco because I have been missing it.
I hope it's everything that you remember it to be.
It always was. That's the thing. It was one of those tacos that was just every time you had it, just oh yeah, that's good.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, that's wonderful. I feel like this reminds me of like Dell's being open again and getting the jazzy nachos. Been like, yeah, I've been thinking about this.
I got a fix.
Very cool. Well, welcome back, White Duck. We're so happy to have you back.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys, as usual. If you have anything that you want to add, anything that you want to comment on, we'll be posting this in our Facebook as we usually do, and it'll be going up on YouTube. But we'd love to hear what you guys, if we're not covering something, if you like what we're covering. Yeah, Charley, anything you want to add?
Let us know. Again, we're this Holy City Happy Hour. We are Charleston Culinary Tours. We are a food tour company. It is mostly visitors to our city that we cater to, but there are lots of locals who come on tour too. Get to know your city. We do the farm to table experience is hella fun. It is my favorite thing to do. It's on Fridays and Saturdays. We just opened up a Friday tour. Exclusive access to Veggie Ben, that neighborhood market we mentioned earlier, and then to a local restaurant where food that you picked out at the market gets prepared into a 5+ course luncheon. I say 5 because that's the minimum, but honestly, most weeks it's like 10 or 12 courses.
That's amazing.
Just a lot of fun. So you have access to the 1 or 2 chefs who are preparing these meals for you and spend lots of time talking to you about what they did, what inspired them about the ingredients. It's just fun. So anyway, check out the Farm to Table experience along with a lot of our other experiences and tours, all food and drink related. Check us out on social media that Palmer mentioned. We got Instagram, we got Facebook, we got YouTube. Comment, like, subscribe, alert, love, whatever else you're supposed to do on social media to show somebody that you love. Show some love.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys. We'll be here next week. Let us know if there's anything you want to hear about. Thanks for joining us, as usual.
So much, y'all. You guys have a great night. Bye.
Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us for yet another Holy City Happy Hour with Charleston Culinary Tours. We hope you loved it. As usual, if you did and you want to join us for more Holy City Happy Hours, we hope you'll subscribe. Maybe that's over here. If you want to be alerted when we upload our videos so that you're like the first to know, VIP, hit the alarm bell so that you know when we put in new vids. And like, of course, and comment down below. Let us know what you think. Thanks again. We'll see you next week. Bye.